I in the air?
Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
Don, I got you.
Do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention
night.
now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say a tag grounded, I don't trust these ceilings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear. Highest necks on the cloud. Am I in the air? Sunday nights, prime time. I flex mine better. Voltron transform to DX Don. Mega and off scene. You probably think I'm nice, cause I slow like a stream to your wireless device. And the smoke all the steam on any given night. I'll short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about, I tune in and tune the rest out. Don, you gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air?
Well, welcome, everybody. Welcome back to another brand new edition of Am I on the Air? My name is Don Mega, and I'm your host. I'm so happy that you're here to join me once again to get caught up with all the latest and the greatest when it comes to entertainment news, everything going down in the world of television, movies, non-spoiler reviews. You come right here to Am I on the Air on a week-to-week basis to get caught up with all of it. It's season 26, episode 30, and tonight's show is titled, Is It My Human Hands? We're going to be breaking down the news from August 9th through today, August the 15th. Got a couple non-spoiler movies to talk about, got a TV show to talk about, and of course, the news of the week. So let's jump right on in. I'm so excited to review this next movie, guys, because what a pleasant surprise. Now, I'm going to start off by talking about Strays. Strays is a new comedy that comes out actually this Friday, August the 18th. I got lucky and got invited to a pre-screening last week, and I went down. It was last Wednesday, a little press screening that got to see Strays a week and a half early. And I've been super excited for this movie from the very first trailer. If you've listened to me for any amount of time, you know I love comedies. That is my favorite genre. I love to laugh. And I'll tell you, in the last couple years, there hasn't been a ton of really good comedies. The days of movies like Superbad and 40-Year-Old Virgin and, Role Models, stuff like that, like we haven't gotten a good comedy in a long time. So when I saw the trailer for Strays, which was a movie that, as much as I cover movie news here, I didn't know anything about Strays until the trailer dropped. And I kind of dismissed the trailer when it first came out because I thought it was a kiddie movie because I saw it was about dogs. Then I saw it was a Red Band trailer. And I said, okay, I got to watch this thing. And to my surprise, this is a movie about some foul-mouthed dogs. It is a story about Reggie. Reggie is abandoned on the mean streets by his low-life owner, Doug. Reggie is certain that his beloved owner would never leave him on purpose. But once Reggie falls in with a fast-talking, foul-mouthed stray who loves his freedom and believes that owners are for suckers, Reggie finally realizes he was in a toxic relationship and begins to see Doug for the heartless sleazeball that he is. And that's the Green Band version of this story. If you've seen the Red Band trailer, you know what the true premise of this film is. Now, you have a voice cast here of Will Ferrell voicing Reggie, the main dog. Jamie Foxx here voicing Bug, who stole the show for me. Will Forte playing Doug, the owner of the Will Ferrell dog. Isla Fisher playing Maggie, one of the main dogs. And Randall Park voicing Hunter, who is the fourth main dog. There's some other character actors that pop up in this thing, like Josh Gad and Rob Riggle and Brett Gelman, stuff like that. But it's really led by Will Ferrell, Jamie Foxx, Isla Fisher, and Randall Park, right? They're the four strays that are on this adventure to get back to Doug to really show him what's up. Now, like I said, I was really looking forward to this movie. So when I got invited to the screening, I was over the moon about it. And I'm happy to report that the movie is fantastic. And I really do think it is the comedy of the year by far. This is the funniest movie I've seen all year. I absolutely loved it. I laughed my ass off from beginning to end. This movie is a tight 90 minutes, and it's perfect because it just flows. It doesn't overstay its welcome. The jokes are consistently funny. You know, with movies like this, sometimes they start off really strong and then they fade out, or they start off a little weak and then really pick up by the second half. That was my concern. I had a couple concerns with this movie. Number one, that the trailer was going to have all the funny parts, and then number two, that it was going to, you know, not be consistent, that it was going to start strong and end weak, or start weak and end strong. I'm happy to report that none of my fears came true here, because there's so many funnier parts that are not in the trailer, and it was consistently funny from start to finish. The movie never lets up. um yeah, I was in tears. I was crying. I can't wait to watch this again, because I feel like I missed a lot of jokes because I was laughing so hard. The whole theater that I was in with was laughing very hard. It seemed to be nothing but positive reaction coming out of this one. So guys, I cannot stress enough that you need to go watch Strays. I'm happy that I could get on here early, a week before the movie comes out, to tell you guys to go watch it. I really do think you're going to like it, especially, like I said, if you can watch the trailer and you can deal with the foul mouth potty humor that it does have, then I think you're really, really gonna like this film. Um, it's carries that dirty potty humor that the trailer provides, but it goes deeper. It goes over the top sometimes, um, but it's hilarious nonetheless. Even though some of the stuff's a little cray cray, it's hilarious nonetheless. And I thought they did an amazing job with the dogs. Sometimes, like, you see the dogs talking and the lips are moving, and everything just looks really good. For the budget that they had and everything, I thought they absolutely killed it. So I really hope some people go out and support this movie this weekend, because we need good comedies. And I don't want this one to bomb and then have more people be like, see, this is why we don't do comedies anymore. This is a good throwback. It is the funniest movie of the year. I absolutely loved it, and I would give it 4 out of 5 stars. Definitely make sure you check this one out. And like I said, I'm hoping to get back to the theater this weekend to see it again for a second time. Definitely loved Strays. Now, my second movie is going to the streaming side of things. This hit Netflix this weekend, and it's Heart of Stone. This is the new thriller action spy movie starring Gal Gadot. And I've been really interested in this film because they released the first look at this like last year. And I've just been waiting and waiting and waiting for it to come out. Of course, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 is one of my favorite movies of the year. And I've been really in this spy mode lately, man, because I just love that Mission Impossible movie. And Heart of Stone is definitely Mission Impossible light. It's not as good as a Mission Impossible, but I'll tell you, I had a really good time watching this one. This is a story about Gal Gadot's character. She's an intelligence operative for a shadowy global peacekeeping agency, and races to stop a hacker from stealing its most valuable and dangerous weapon. Now, of course, the thing I don't like about this movie is that it's about a MacGuffin, right? Like in the Fast and Furious movies, you have God's Eye. And think about that, right? In this movie, you have the heart. And everybody wants the heart, right? And it's basically God's Eye from Fast and Furious. And the wrong hands are trying to get it. She's trying to keep it out of the wrong hands. And we are globe-trotting action thriller across the world. And I thought Gal Gadot did an amazing job with this one here. She is still kind of limited from the acting standpoint, but from an action perspective, I think she absolutely kills it. You could tell her heart was definitely in it, and she definitely put her best foot forward here with the action sequences. It also stars Jamie Dornan, who plays Parker. He's one of her partners in the movie, and then a bunch of other characters that you wouldn't really know. They're the two leads, definitely by name. And overall, like I said, like I went into it kind of with tepid expectations, just hoping for a good time. You never know what you're going to get with a Netflix original movie. And I really, really dug this one. So I would give it a thumbs up. I would give it a solid recommendation. And I think you should check out Heart of Stone. I give this one 3.5 out of 5 stars. I thought it was a really fun time with some great action. And I definitely would recommend it for sure. So check that out, now streaming on Netflix. And then keeping up with the spy stuff over on the TV side, I finally jumped in to Citadel. Now, I know Citadel came out a couple months ago. I was waiting to watch this one. I had it on my queue. And when we went to watch Heart of Stone over the weekend, my wife was like, "Ugh, I don't really want to watch this." And I was like, "What the hell, man? It's supposed to be like Mission Impossible. It's going to be a fun little spy movie." And she was like, "Man, I don't really care." So I was like, you know what then? If you don't really care about this type of stuff, then I'm going to start Citadel without you and just watch this thing on my own. So I binged the first 3 episodes of Citadel last night, and I really, really like it. This show has people that love it, and this show has people that hate it. This is definitely a divisive show. I didn't see a ton of people watching it. It was a very expensive show. I think this is on Prime Video, and I think it was Prime Video's most expensive show they've ever made, even over the Lord of the Rings show. But this one here is about 2 spies played by Richard Madden and Priyanka Chopra. Um, and I think they play their roles really well in this show. Now, I don't know Richard Madden very much outside of Eternals over on the Marvel side. Priyanka, we know she can do some good action. She was on Quantico for several years, and she's done some action stuff before too. Stanley Tucci's in here as well too, as kind of like their lead. And this is about Mason Kane and Nadia Sin, top agents of the independent spy organization Citadel. They collide with the nefarious new syndicate Manticore, leading to catastrophe. 8 years later, Madison Kane is living a quiet life as Kyle Conroy with no memory of his past until one day an old colleague enlists his help to stop a now powerful Manticore from creating a new world order. What I like about this show is that it's only 6 episodes, so I've already binged half the season by going through the first 3, and the episodes are only about 40 minutes long, so it's not super overdone. It's got some really good action. It's got some decent humor. I'm having a blast with this thing. It's produced by the Russo brothers, and I don't know if it's just the spy mode I'm in, but I give Citadel a big thumbs up and think if you were on the fence, you should definitely check it out. I think it's a good watch. So there you go on that. All right, that's what I got on the movie and TV side. So let's recap. Over in the movie theater, we're going to have Strays. It hits theaters this Friday, August 18th. I've already seen it. I give it 4 out of 5 stars, maybe even 4.5 out of 5. I could be swayed once I see it again. Super hilarious. Make sure you go support it. You got Heart of Stone that I would give 3.5 out of 5 stars. 2, it is now streaming on Netflix with Gal Gadot. And then over on TV, we got Citadel, season 1. This show has been renewed for a second season. Season 1, 6 episodes long. I binged the first 3. Think it's really, really solid. So make sure you check that out on Prime Video. All right, let's go on over to the box office and see where things are landing. Coming in at number 10, it's Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Number 9 is Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Number 8 is Sound of Freedom. Number 7, Talk to Me. Number 6 is Haunted Mansion. Number 5 is a debut. It is The Last Voyage of the Demeter, making $6.5 million. Very weak for its budget, and not a lot of people saw it. Not a lot of people liked it. I love Dracula, and I did not have any interest in going to see this movie. So, curious to see how far it drops going into week 2. Coming in number 4, it's Meg 2: The Trench. Number 3, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutant Mayhem. Number 2, Oppenheimer, and number 1, once again, it's Barbie. Man, Barbie just like I said, over $1 billion now. It brought in another 33 million bucks. I mean, could you imagine a movie on its 4th week still bringing in $33 million? I mean, that is a little insane there, man. Movies love to even make 33 in its first weekend, let alone its 4th. Just in the US alone, it's made over 526 million. Like I said, 1.1 billion worldwide. Gotta love it, man. Oppenheimer doing its thing as well too at number 2. So the Barbenheimer continues to dominate the box office. So there you guys go. We're going to switch gears. We're going to get into our news of the week. And once again, if you'd like to check out any of the trailers that we talk about, articles, anything like that, make sure you check out our Twitter page or our X page, and also our Facebook page. So make sure you follow along to there. We'll do all the socials at the end of the show. First up, Peacock dropped the first full trailer for The Continental. This is a 3-part event series that is coming to Peacock on September 22nd. Yes, this is from the world of John Wick. It is The Continental. It takes place in the 70s with a young Winston before he took over the hotel. I'm very excited about this, and I hope it's really awesome. I love the fact that it's only a 3-part series, so it's gonna be a mini movie, man, and I'm really, really stoked for it. So once again, hitting Peacock on September 22nd. Twisted Metal, which I absolutely loved. I reviewed this a couple weeks ago on the show. It has set the or audience record for Peacock comedies, earning a spot among the streamer's top original series. So love to hear it. Like I said again, I cannot tell you enough. This is one of my favorite shows of the year. I absolutely love Twisted Metal. Binged it all in 2 days, and I think you should check it out. If you haven't, check it out on Peacock. Disney Plus and Hulu are hiking their prices. Yes, again, starting October 12th, Disney Plus Premium with no ads will rise to $13.99 a month for U.S. customers, and Hulu without ads will jump to $17.99 a month. Goddamn, guys, calm your ass down. I got both of these. I don't need this price hike. Right here. HGTV's Good Bones will come to a close after season 8, so no more there. HBO has ordered Sam Mendes and Armando Iannucci's superhero movie making comedy, The Franchise. That is going to be a new series, supposed to be a half-hour kind of spoof on the Marvel DC world, so we'll see how that turns out. Elemental, man, what a surprise story with this, which, by the way, Elemental hit premium VOD today. Elemental had the worst box office opening in Pixar history, and then something shocking happened. It became a hit worldwide with over $400 million. The film will be profitable, and it's just kind of crazy to see the story, right? I remember when it debuted and came out, nobody went to see it. And then it just slowly kept making money. And then look at it, man, over 400 mil worldwide. So congratulations for overturning that. MasterChef has been renewed for season 14. Congratulations. Love me some Gordon Ramsay. Watch all his shows. Gordon Ramsay, Fox, and studio execs talk competition's impact on food TV ahead of the 250th episode. So we got a nice little article up here with Gordon Ramsay talking about it as well, too. But yes, for those wondering, MasterChef is renewed for season 14. No shocker there, because I think Fox wants to renew all his shows every single year. They're super cheap to make, and they bring in a good audience. Prey, the director Dan Trachtenberg says that Prey 2 could be happening. He says exciting conversations have taken place about a sequel. So nothing confirmed as of yet, but I know a lot of people really looking forward to Prey 2. I am one of them, so hopefully we'll get official word here soon. We have the season 4 trailer for Solar Opposites, so check that out, coming back to Hulu here very soon. Cobweb is hit VOD, so check that out. It's Lionsgate's new horror movie. I'm looking forward to checking that one out. I think it's going to be really solid. Virgin River Season 5 Part 1 trailer. Yes, Netflix has dropped a Season 5 Part 1. So you're starting to see Netflix more and more and more do this like Part 1, Part 2 thing. So, but check it out for you Virgin River fans out there. Mike Flanagan says that he will prioritize the Dark Tower adaptation after the strike ends. So there you go. So right after the strike is resolved, he is going to move full force ahead into the Dark Tower. Apple TV Plus has announced a new comedy series called Still Up, and you can check that out. It's an upcoming Antonio Thomas and Craig Roberts-led comedy series. Ben Wheatley is following up his Meg 2 duties with a 6-episode zombie series called Generation Z. Madam Web, we got confirmation that Sydney Sweeney is playing Julia Carpenter, aka Spider-Woman, in the upcoming film. So, like the sound of that. I love me some Sydney Sweeney, and I think she will be a really good Julia Carpenter. So, love the sound of that. Disney sale to Apple. That is possible. I won't go into it too much, but a lot of rumors going around saying that Apple might actually buy Disney. It probably won't be anytime soon. It looks like Disney wants to shed some of its weight, like some of its TV channels and maybe like ESPN, different things that they own, and then sell it to Apple. So we will see, man. That'd be pretty interesting if Apple snatched that one up. We have the first full trailer for Power Book. Which one is this? Book 4? Yeah, Book 4, Force, which I love Force because this is the show that's about Tommy, who is one of the original characters from the original Power show. And I love this show. And it's good to see the trailer. Season 2 looks insane, and it will debut on Friday, September 1st, over on Stars. So definitely check that out if you're interested. Now, A week or two ago, we talked about Gal Gadot stating that she had had a meeting with James Gunn and Peter Safran and that they were developing a Wonder Woman 3 and they were going to do it together and she was staying on as Wonder Woman. Well, just like I thought, some sources are now saying that is not the case. Wonder Woman 3 is not taking flight in James Gunn and Peter Safran's new DC universe, despite what Gal Gadot was teasing. It does not seem like that's the direction they're going. I do still believe they will recast Wonder Woman. So again, still nothing 100% confirmed from James Gunn or Peter Safran, but sources very close to the situation say this is not happening, and she maybe took something they discussed kind of out of context, and there might be some confusion there for real, but it does not look like they're moving forward with that, which I totally expected to not happen, man. You don't reboot a universe with a Wonder Woman 3. So there have been a lot of rumors going around, and I guess you would still kind of count this as a rumor, that Sacha Baron Cohen is working on a new stand-up tour and that he might actually be involving his character Ali G in it. I love the character of Ali G. This was how I got into Sacha Baron Cohen. He had an HBO show way back in the day called The Ali G Show, which was hilarious. And he did multiple characters, right? He did Ali G, did Borat, he different characters. That Bruno was the other one, but always Ali G was my favorite. And when I heard he was trying to do something new with Ali G, I was super on board. So hopefully this project does go through, even if it is kind of a stand-up thing. If he could do stand-up as Ali G with people in the crowd that have no idea who he is, because you know how he always does kind of the hidden camera thing, would be incredible. So there you go. A Hot Wheels movie. We talked about this before, that this is in development with J.J. Abrams producing. They are currently meeting with directors, so we'll see what ends up happening with that. We have first look photos at The Fall of the House of Usher, which is Mike Flanagan's new upcoming thriller adaptation that is coming to Netflix. So check that out. I believe it's going to debut in September, if I'm not mistaken. The WGA and the AMPTP is meeting again. They are ongoing negotiations, so hopefully this strike will end, because man, we got to get people fairly paid and we got to get our projects up and running again. So hopefully this will work out. We have the season 2 trailer for Welcome to Wrexham, so check that out if you'd like to see season 2 trailer, coming soon to Hulu. We have a first look photos at Finest Kind, which is Jenna Ortega's new crime thriller movie. Netflix has ordered a new legal drama about UK's Corby poisonings. It's called Toxic Town. We have the trailer for Elevator Game, which is Shudder's new urban legend horror movie that they're putting together. We have the trailer for Dear Child, which is Netflix's new twisted thriller. Tokyo Vice Season 2 filming is now complete for the upcoming Max season when it drops. We told you the Academy Emmy Awards, the 75th Emmy Awards, was being delayed, and we've now found out that it is officially pushed to January of 2024. So will not happen this year, but at least it'll start right at the beginning of next year, so January 2024. We have the trailer for Predators, which is Netflix's new documentary series narrated by Tom Hardy. Bob Iger says Disney Plus will stop password sharing. It will start a crackdown coming in 2024. Netflix did this already, and it got them a lot of new subscriptions, so it doesn't shock me that Disney Plus would do it as well too. Key and Peele, one of the best shows on television when it aired, because yes, it's been off the air for many, many years. But Key and Peele, the full series, is now streaming on Netflix. So if you never got to see it, definitely check it out in its glory. We have the trailer for You Are So Not Invited to My Bar Mitzvah, which premieres August 25th over on Netflix. Yes, Adam Sandler is in this movie, but not as much as you would think he would be. And they kind of started talking about this movie. It was labeled as an Adam Sandler movie. It's actually a kid movie, so he just plays the dad. But check it out if you like. Deadpool 3 officially removed from Disney's release schedule. Oh shit. Yeah, that's right. The movie was supposed to come out in May, but of course with the production shutting down and everything on pause, the movie's been removed from the calendar because they're not sure when they're going to be able to finish it. So hopefully it'll get back sooner rather than later. Very bummed about this one here. Vacation Friends, baby. I honestly forgot, because Vacation Friends a couple years ago was a pleasant surprise when the movie dropped on Hulu with John Cena and Lil Rel Howery. It was a really funny ass movie that was a Hulu original. And then they greenlit a sequel right away because it broke a lot of Hulu records for original films. And then I forgot that this thing was coming out. And then out of nowhere the other day, we got the poster and then we got the first trailer. That's right. Look who's back. The all new trailer for Vacation Friends 2 is now here, and you can check it out. The movie drops on August 25th over on Hulu once again. So, very excited for Vacation Friends 2. The trailer was great. Oh, sorry. Fall of the House of Usher, the Mike Flanagan horror that's coming to Netflix, will premiere on October 12th. Just so you know, there on that one. Asteroid City is now streaming over on Peacock for those of you that missed it in theaters. The early reactions for Blue Beetle praised the movie as funny, emotional, and a love letter to the Latino culture. Absolutely love it. All the reactions I've read have said the movie is great. I'm super excited about this movie. I already have my IMAX tickets for Thursday's preview showing. And yeah, this is one of my most anticipated movies of the summer. I think it's going to be a blast. And I'm so happy to see all these early reactions are loving it. So, friggins, stop hating. Go get your tickets. All right, I'm talking to you. So, very happy to hear that everybody's loving this one. So, check it out. Producer of Uncharted says they are definitely looking to make a sequel. Charles Roven stated that Uncharted 2 is on their books to make a sequel at some point here, so hopefully they can move forward on that. I wasn't the biggest fan of Uncharted, but I would like to see a sequel. I liked it enough that I would like to see a sequel. 13 Ghost, the movie, is getting a television series reportedly. That's something that they're supposedly working on developing right now. So I think that'd be pretty cool, man. I think that premise would work really well for a TV show. The CW is beginning to air apocalyptic thriller The Swarm, which is a new TV series that will start airing it in September. Let's see here. Yeah, so Barbie, talking a little bit more box office stuff. Barbie has earned 1.18 billion at the worldwide box office and now ranks as the second highest grossing release in the history of Warner Brothers. Meg 2 dropped to number 4, dropped 60% from its $30 million opening to earn 12.7. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem took third place, earning 15.7 million. The Paramount Pictures animated feature has a domestic total of 72.8 mil after just 2 weeks of release. Oppenheimer earned 18.8 million for the weekend, bringing its domestic ticket sales to 264.3 mil, and now ranks as Christopher Nolan's fourth highest grossing stateside release, behind Inception, The Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises. And then Barbie on the domestic side continued to rule the world, earning 33.7 mil to capture first place for the fourth week in a row. That brings its total to a glittering 526.3 million. The Last Voyage of the Demeter sank without a trace over its opening weekend, going to its watery grave with just $6.5 million. Oh, Lord. I told you, man. I told you. We got some video reviews up. I know I just talked about the movies, but we did a really cute video. Me and my daughter did a video review for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. I did one for Strays. I did one for Heart of Stone. So once again, follow us on TikTok. I also share the videos on our Instagram and our threads. So follow at Am I on the Air and whichever one you use. And hopefully you'll subscribe and check out our quick thoughts, as I like to call them. All our video reviews are under 60 seconds. On some sad news, rapper Magoo, he collaborated a lot with Timbaland and Missy Elliott, has passed away at the age of 50. No word why. I grew up as a 90s kid, man, listening to hip hop and Timbaland and Magoo. I had this album, man. Jumps the boogie jumps me. So many bangers that came down. Timbaland when he was just a producer and kind of doing stuff here with Magoo. It was fun stuff, dude. Fun tracks that brought up Missy Elliott and Aaliyah. So yeah, very, very sad to see the passing of Magoo. Rest in peace, all his family and friends. Man, you want to talk some salary? Margot Robbie stands to make roughly $50 million from Barbie. That's right, in salary and box office bonuses because of how big this movie is, over $1 billion hit. She was smart. She's getting some back end. 50 million. Could you imagine off one film? God, congrats to her. That is gangster. So gangster. Joe Coy who I will actually be going to see live in November. I'm very excited about it. He's doing a new stand up, and he's extending his relationship with Netflix. He's signing a new deal to bring his next two stand up specials to Netflix. So he will tape. The first of which will tape in November for a 2024 run, and then the other one later down the road. When I saw he was taping one in November, I got real excited. Thought was hoping it was the show I was going to, but it's not. But I'm very excited to go see Joe Coy. SAG-AFTRA is going to stop approving interim agreements for indie projects. So there you go, man. They've been doing these little waivers for some movies, but now they say they're not going to do it anymore. Agatha, Coven of Chaos will introduce sorceress Jennifer Kale in the upcoming Disney Plus series. Dream Scenario, which is a new Nicolas Cage A24 movie, will be debuting in September. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny will be hitting digital at the end of this month. Sound of Freedom director talks about plans for a sequel and addresses the film's reputation. So if you'd like to read more about this film, definitely check out this article here. Masked Singer coming back in September for season 10 over on Fox. The kids from Chrysalie are going to do their own new reality show. That's right, because their parents are in jail and they got to make some money. So they're going to do their own reality show, and we'll see how that goes. We have the trailer for Maestro, which stars Carey Mulligan and Bradley Cooper. It'll hit select theaters on November 22nd and then Netflix on December 20th. Netflix's top 10 over on the TV side, Painkiller tops their list with over 7.2 million views. And then Gal Gadot's Heart of Stone, which you talked about earlier, is the number one movie. So congratulations there for the Netflix top 10. Tron 3 was supposed to start filming yesterday, but its director says over 150 crew members have been laid off as the strike has officially stalled filming. They're all very upset that this movie is on pause and they had to let go all those people. So hopefully they're hoping for a quick resolution so they can get back to work. Both Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning and Indiana Jones 5 could lose nearly $100 million in their theatrical runs. What happened? Now, I can clearly say for Indiana Jones, nobody gave a shit for the most part, but Mission Impossible, this is going to be a head scratcher to me for a long time at what happened here. Now, I know Barbenheimer is a big reason why Mission Impossible dropped so fast, because it had 1 week and then it got nailed by Barbie and Oppenheimer the very next week. If Mission Impossible had opened at a different time, I think we'd be talking about a different story. But it already happened. It is what it is. And these movies were very expensive and are probably going to lose their studios $100 million. And it's very unfair because, like I said, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning is one of the best movies of the year. The Toxic Avenger, I forgot this movie was even happening with Peter Dinklage. We have your first look at it, and the movie's supposed to be hitting this film circuits in September, so we'll see when it officially hits normal theaters. We have your first look at Michael Fassbender and David Fincher's new Netflix movie, The Killer. Rumor has it Lupita Nyong'o is being considered for the Princess and the Frog live-action remake. Shining Vale Season 2 is coming October, Friday the 13th. So there you go. That'll be pretty cool. We have the trailer for A Million Miles Away, which is Michael Pena's new movie. Rennie Harlin not only did a remake of The Strangers, but he made a trilogy that no one even knew. I knew they were making one movie. I didn't know they made three. He says it does take place in the same universe as the original Strangers movie and its sequel, but it's kind of its own thing. So different characters, different thing, but it does take place in the same universe. So very interesting there. American Horror Story, the new season, which is called Delicate. It's going to be broken into two parts due to the strike. So part 1 will premiere on September 20th. So keep an eye out for that. And on that note, my friends, that is the end of our show. Doing it at a nice 32 minutes, and I love it. So thank you once again for so much for supporting the show, for listening. I really appreciate you each and every week that you come here to get all caught up with the latest and greatest. And I hope you enjoy your time. Tell your friends and family, you know, anybody that likes this kind of stuff, send them my way. I'd love to add to the family. So let's do some shout outs. Of course, our webpage is amiontheair.com. It is the easiest thing to remember. Go to it. It's got all the social links and everything's right there. Listen to the show, share it, and follow along. Make sure you follow us on Facebook. Give us a like. It is facebook.com/amiontheair. Follow us on X, or Twitter as some call it. That's simply Am I on the Air. You can follow me on Twitter at DXDonMega. You can also follow us on all the other socials at simply Am I on the Air over on Threads, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. It is all there. Just search Am I on the Air. Makes it very easy for you guys. And of course, please subscribe to the show. If Apple Podcast is your thing, subscribe. Give us a 5-star review. We'd really appreciate it. If Apple's not your thing, get us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, Spreaker, Amazon Music, Pandora. We're on everything, so make sure you follow wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. And thank you to our great affiliates at reddragonsradio.com and over at the Pop Culture Pros, 2 amazing websites that always stream our show on demand. Follow on Twitter at Red Dragons Radio and at popculture_pros. That'll do it for me on this August 15th on a Tuesday. I will be once again going to see Blue Beetle this Thursday at the preview show, and I will be talking about it on the next episode. So take care of yourselves and each other, and until next time, y'all, peace. Go see Strays. Woof, woof.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for listening.
Red Dragons!
Red Dragons!